Hi guys, you're welcome back to the channel. This is Credible Fitty. Guys, it's been a while. So guys, in today's video I'm going to be sharing tips on how to maintain a bob wig. Yes, a beautiful bob wig like this one. So it came to my knowledge that most ladies admire bob wigs. They love bob wigs, but they'd rather go for a blunt cut wig, because especially here in Nigeria, because blunt cut wigs are very easy to maintain. You just throw it on and go, it's just straight already. Unlike bob wig that you always have to take your time to maintain this curve. You know, bob wig has this curvature at the end, so you always have to take your time to maintain the curve, make sure it is always there, and when it is getting straightened out, you'd have to sit down and take your time to bob it in again. That's one work about bob wig, that most ladies just weigh their options and be like, okay, I love bob wigs, it turned out beautiful and classy, but then who has the time? Everybody's busy making money. Everybody have one thing to do, one thing or the other to do, and when you eventually have that time, electricity might just choose to switch up on you. I'm very sure we all agree with this. And sometimes because we are not all of us are professionals in handling those equipment. I'm talking about the straightener, the hot combs and the like. Most of us might not really know how to bob a wig properly. So instead of wasting your time thinking of how to get the bob back, especially when it starts straightening out, you just rather go for the blunt cut wig that you would rock peacefully. So today I am here to share with you 5 tips at which you can use to maintain your bob wigs, so that at least it will last for you. Firstly, I'm going to start by saying that bob wig is totally different from blunt cut wig. I'll be leaving pictures as I'm talking. Bob wig is something like this, something that I'm wearing. It is like this. It is bobbed at the end. Why blunt cut wig? Just as it sounds, the blunt cut. It is straight all the way and like a sharp cut at the end. So that's the basic difference. You can choose to rock your bob wig as a blunt cut wig, and you can choose to like bob it in and wear it as a bob wig. It's just that bob wig, you'd have to maintain that bob, because over time it tends to straighten out. Except maybe the wig is a bone straight, because there's some very expensive Vietnamese bone straight that cannot be bob. That will be a story for another day. So the first step you want to take to maintain your bob wig is to get yourself a straightener. You shouldn't own a wig without having at least a straightener. So invest in a good straightener, and there are affordable straighteners. Like, I'm talking cheap straighteners that you would get your value for your money. You can get the Nova hair straightener. It used to be sold around 2,000 naira, but now I think it's about 3,000 naira to 4,000 naira. So you can get Nova straightener, you will enjoy it, I'm telling you. You can also get all these mini straighteners for bob that you really enjoy, I'm telling you. I think it's about 2,005 now in the market. I'm not really sure about the price, because you know, prices are not what they used to be, so I can't really place a finger on the price, but I'll give you a price range that you can work with. For the mini bobs, the mini straightener, you can get it around 2,005 to about 4,000 naira at most. Or you can, if you want to get those professional hair straighteners, you can go for the Cloud9, you can go for the Sona hair straightener. There's also a straightener called Splints. Yes, you can go for the Splints hair straightener. But if I want to recommend a straightener to you, a straightener that you'd enjoy, that you really enjoy, and you get your value for your money, you can go for the Sona hair straightener. But if you're the type that feel like it's on the high side, you can just go for the Nova hair straightener. You will still enjoy it. So guys, that brings us to the number 2 tip I'm going to be giving out today. So if you're the type that have a straightener, or you can afford to get a straightener but you don't have that time to sit down and start styling, and you also don't have that skill, the second thing you can also do is to give your wig to a professional to help you style it. It is worth it. Bob wigs are like the most beautiful, and there's a way bob wig tend to transform our look. Yes, I'm very sure you ladies, you will all agree with me. There's a way bob wigs tend to change our appearance. So giving it to a professional to style every now and then is not a waste. I promise you, it's not a waste of money. So you can give your bob wig to a professional to help you to style. Probably you can do that once a month, or even once in 2 months, depending on how frequent you use the wig. So that is another option you can look into. And if you're the type that feel like giving your wig to a professional is a rip-off, or it is not worth it to be giving your wig to be a professional every time, like they will start making money off of you, what you can choose to do by yourself, then you can take your time, settle down, come here on YouTube, search for videos, tutorial videos on how to bob your wigs, and just follow it step by step. You'll get the hang of it in no time, and before you know, you'll be bobbing your wig by yourself. Guys, I feel like I must say this. I need to say this. If you do all this I'm saying correctly and you don't maintain your wig properly, I'm talking in terms of storage and in terms of management generally, how you brush it, how you handle it, how you store it. If you miss it at this point, you would always be in need of of a new wig. Aside the bob or beads bob or blunt cut, you would always have a problem with your wig. This next tip is very important, which is storage. You should learn to keep your wigs in places that they won't get squeezed, they won't get rumpled, or they won't get tangled or messed up. For example, what I do to my wig most times, I don't put them together, especially my bob wigs. I don't put them together in a way that this end will touch this end and become flattened. I make sure they are apart, like this bob is away from this bob, because if they come together, it is certain that it will press and it will start to look weird, it will bend up and all. So if you are conscious of that, conscious of keeping the bobs apart when you remove your wig, you do not have a problem. Your bob will last for you as long as you want it. After bobbing a wig, or after getting your wig from a professional stylist and the bob is on point, what you need to do when you rock it out and you get back home, you take your brush, you brush it. And when you're brushing too, I must say this, when you're brushing, you make sure you brush in recognition, I don't know how to put it, you brush in recognition of the bob, the dent here. So when you're brushing, you brush like, let me give an example. For example, this is my tail comb. When you're brushing like this, you don't brush straight. This is how I brush my wig. I brush like this. Then when I get to where the bob is, I kind of brush it under you get, so that dent will be maintained. Then this place, I kind of brush inward like this. Like I put my hand inward like this, then brush like this. I don't know if I can explain, but it helps in a way to keep the bob intact, and it has actually worked for me so far. Then I brush this one under my neck. Honestly, it has actually worked for me, and I can say for a fact that I carry my bob most times for a month and it lasts. It's not like I wear the wig every time, don't get me wrong, but the way I brush my wig has helped it to last a bit, and it's way better than just taking your tail comb and brushing it, forcing everything downward. If you do that often, the pressure, everything, before you know, this place will start to straighten out and it will look funny. So if you follow that pattern, if you are conscious of that dent, this denture here, this, I don't know what to call it, it's a cavity now. This denture, this bent bob something, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying in Nigerian English, so just pardon me. So if you are conscious of it, it will last for you better. This is how I brush my bob wig, like this. Then I bounce it up like this. And when I want to keep it, I just take it and I hang it. So far, it has really been helpful. I'm not going to lie. It has really been helpful. So once you've mastered how to brush your wig skillfully, tactically, you will not have a problem with your bob. It will last. And even if normally this bob is not meant to last forever, you should renew it from time to time. But if you adopt this method I'm telling you, I promise you it will last longer than it's supposed to last. And guys, another discouraging factor when it comes to bob wigs is the fact that it gets scattered easily. Once you go out and it's windy, before you know, everything will be standing. Or like coily hairs that, you know, even if it's looking all messy, it will still look like, okay, it's coily, it will look more bulky and it look like the style. But this, maybe it's caught in the wind and it starts to stand. You either look scary or you look or you look like somebody that doesn't own a mirror. So how to counter that? What I do when I'm in public, I don't know, it works for me. You can try it. Let me know if it works for you. You can try it out and come back to give me feedback. So what I do when I am in a public place or I'm in a windy environment, I just take my hair like this and tuck it behind my ears like this. Tuck it behind my ears like this. Then I take my hand like this to make sure the bob comes up like this. So I rock it like this in a windy place. That way to preserve the strands. You will not allow breeze to be taking it here and there, and the whole hair will be covering your face, and you will look all destabilized and disoriented, struggling with your so you tucking it behind your ears will preserve the strand, will preserve it from getting caught in the wind. And when you get to a place that you're comfortable, no breeze whatsoever, you just take it out, and it's good as new. You take it out and you're back on track. You know what I'm saying? Back on track. Please pardon me, I'm looking this way because I have a mirror here, so just pardon me. So guys, that is all you need to know about maintaining a bob wig. If you feel like I left something out, please do share with me in the comment section. And guys, if you have watched to this point and you're yet to subscribe, please do me a favor, do this beautiful family a favor, go and subscribe to the channel, click on the notification bell so that you always be notified every time I post a video. So guys, see you in my next video.